Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Rolls, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 213. Joining me as always, Daniel
214.
Neverly.
What's up, gamers? It is 214.
214.
You
That's
got it
what I
last
meant.
time.
That's what I meant. I swear to God, I said 212 last week.
You didn't. You got it last week.
I said 213.
Yeah, you did.
That's just a cool number. Maybe I just like saying it.
Yeah.
214. Here we are. Daniel, hello. How are you?
I'm okay. Well, how are you doing?
I'm okay as well. I'm okay as well.
I saw your boy won last week.
That's the
Last
Poirier.
weekend. Yeah. Saw he won.
Dope.
It was a good win.
Let me tell you,
It was a good
man,
win.
nothing gets me out of my chair screaming, like nothing, like nothing. I'm not one of those guys watching sports where I'm screaming at the TV. Not at all. Not at all. But Dustin Poirier gets a knockout.
When he's going...
he gets a knockout, I'm waking the whole goddamn house up.
Let's go.
Sitting there like, fuck that French motherfucker. And I like Benoit Saint Denis, It's just
Isn't
like,
Poirier a French name too?
He is, yeah.
See?
Lafayette, Louisiana, a lot of French people down there, but whatever, man. It was great. It's great. But yeah, it was awesome. It was quite awesome.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
It's good to see
Live
him
my
have
best
a
life,
comeback win.
Just Poirier getting knockouts. I'm playing Final Fantasy every day. It's just great. Great time to be alive right now,
Yeah. So what do you think? Is he fighting Gaethje next?
No.
One more time? Third fight?
Oh man, I will start a whole MMA podcast here, Daniel. So I don't know. There's a lot that could happen because Gaethje is fighting Max Holloway at UFC 300.
Yeah.
And who should be getting a title shot is probably Charles Oliveira again, but he's fighting Arman Tsarukyan at UFC 300 as well. But the problem here is that Islam Makhachev, the current champion, wants to fight in June. So it's kind of like, well, Gaethje and Gaethje and Oliveira might be beat up from their fights. They might not even win their fights, right? And in that case, Dustin Poirier might just slide in there for a title shot.
So did he take a lot of damage?
Poirier?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he did, but he's probably the most likely candidate right now to be able to turn around in June.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems interesting. That seems weird because Oliveira didn't get a rematch yet, did he?
No. But Oliveira coming off a win over Beneil Dariush, and he's fighting Tsarukyan now, which is a very tough fight. So I don't know if he's going to win that. And Gaethje Holloway, most likely Gaethje wins. But that could just be a fucking war, and he might not be able to turn around in June that quickly.
Yeah, that's true.
UFC does this a lot, where they schedule fights where it's like, you guys probably could have just held off and had that person get a title shot.
Maybe planned it out better.
Yeah, but that's not the UFC motto, They're like, yeah, what fights can we get right now? And it tends to work out for them in the long run. And plus, honestly, Dustin Poirier, probably the biggest star out of those three, and that would probably sell the most pay-per-views. So they probably like it that way.
Out of which three?
Out of Charles Oliveira and Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, that's you're probably right.
Yeah. So, and they probably know that, so they were probably like, hey, it's a win-win-win for us either way. So, yeah. House always wins. But enough of that, Daniel. This is a video game podcast. We will talk about video games. Daniel, I don't know what story we are starting with. We did not discuss this. I'm going to go to the fun world of Nintendo first.
Nintendo is a fun world.
Nintendo is a fun world. Let's just live in the Nintendo world. You know what I mean?
Everyone
Have we
else
thought about just becoming crazy Nintendo people and just like maining Switch and ignoring all other platforms?
We should. I mean,
we should.
Everyone else is doing bad.
I remember those kids in like middle school, high school, the Nintendo kids that just play Nintendo games and they're just over there. And they just seemed like they were just having a great time,
Oblivious to the other worlds.
They have no idea what's going on. Don't care about graphics and fidelity and 60 frames. They don't give a fuck about any of that.
Mario.
They got Mario. They don't care. And they get a new Mario game twice a week nowadays. Yeah. So it's like great.
He's either playing golf or who knows.
Right. It's a good time. It's a good time. Become Nintendo people. All right, first up then. On Mario Day, Mario 10, that's the cute little thing they try to do March 10th. I don't really get it if I'm being honest. Okay, so
you want me to tell you?
Like I get it. You could spell Mario with 10.
Yeah.
Like I understand what's going on there, but it's a little weird. I feel like we could pick a different day. Like, what is Mario's birthday? Let's celebrate that day.
That's
Mario
true.
Day,
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a little. All right, I get what you're doing. Like, May the Fourth be with you. I get that one. That
That's
one's way
awesome.
cuter.
Revenge of the
one.
Fifth. I mean,
Yeah, come on now. All right. Anyway, on Mario Day, Nintendo announced that the sequel to the Mario movie will be released on April 3rd, 2026. And then in game-related news, they announced that Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door will release on May 23rd, 2024, and that the Luigi's Mansion 2 remaster will launch on June 27th. Daniel, here we go. No little direct or anything, but Nintendo came out. It was a direct-like presentation, though. You know, just a quick little 3-minute trailer for all that. Anyways.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that whole thing.
Oh, you didn't watch that whole thing?
I just kind of saw like the tweets that Nintendo had of it, and
Oh,
they were
yeah.
like, "Oh, here's this, here's this, here's this." I didn't see like a little video.
It was like the quickest direct ever. That's literally what it felt like. They had like the voiceover and everything, so it was. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
okay, I didn't know
that. So yeah, here it is. We're getting the sequel to the Mario movie officially announced. I think that wasn't very unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
And then
yeah, it was very successful.
Yeah.
So the Mario, the sequel, it's only going to be Chris Pratt. They're like, liked all these other actors, but like, it just needs to be Chris Pratt. So
sure. No Mario even, just Chris Pratt actually.
Oh, it's only Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Just in a much. We're just gonna actually give Chris Pratt some acid and then just film him, and there you go, 2 hours worth of content right there.
It's interesting that unless they announce a different movie soon, I thought that they would do the Donkey Kong movie first and then a sequel to this, but they haven't announced that, so I'm assuming that this is the next one. Yeah. Or even the Zelda thing, right? Like I thought that those would be before a sequel to this. Well, unless they're just trying to churn out Mario movies.
Presumably the live action Zelda will be before this, maybe. I don't know when that's supposed to be.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah. I think that will. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I guess they have to do casting and all that for that as well, so maybe
you said
not.
2026, right?
Yeah, 2026. That's why it's still a long ways
next
away.
Year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, 2 years.
No, next year for
filming
Zelda, maybe?
and all that. Yeah. Filming Zelda and all that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of with you with the Donkey Kong thing. I think we all just want the Smash Bros universe, right? With the Illumination. I do. I mean, why not? You know, that sounds fun as fuck.
But they're gonna have to do all these characters. Like, are they gonna do? Is Samus gonna get a movie?
Hell yeah, why not?
I mean, that'd be cool, but I don't know.
That'd be like an animated Metroid movie. That doesn't sound cool. Like that sounds.
Yeah, but
cool.
I want Zelda to be animated, and it's not.
That too. Well, so could they not still do it with an animated Zelda? You know,
maybe. Yeah.
And it's not like they all need movies. You would really only need to pick like 3 or 4, and then you could do the Smash movie, and then introduce more characters through that, and then make movies off those characters after the Smash movie. You know.
Yeah. How would you make the Smash movie?
So what I would do is, okay, you have the Mario movie, right? I'm with you. I would make a Donkey Kong thing, and then I would probably make like a Kirby one somewhere out there.
A Kirby one?
Something like that. Yeah, a Kirby one. I feel like that could work. There's been a lot of like Luigi's Mansion kicked around through it from Charlie Day. Yeah, I think he was down to do that. So I guess that's not really necessary to lead into the Smash movie. And then I would have done an animated Zelda movie beforehand, right? I feel like that's definitely the second pillar of Nintendo, so you'd want to get that movie out before the Smash movie. And then just have all of those lead some way into some big thing. I don't know what villain they'd be fighting in the Smash movie or
Master
whatever.
Hand would be cool.
Yeah, I wonder if you could like drop hints in post-credit scenes of Master Hand before after all these movies somehow, and then just lead into it that way. I don't really know what the plot would be and all of that, but who really cares?
Lead into the Master Hand thing of like they're actually toys and stuff.
Yeah.
I would love that. They're actually toys in the hands of the little kid and stuff.
That'd be cool. Yeah. I feel like Mario kind of already established that there are like other worlds and other galaxies and dimensions and shit out there, right? So it's just like you already got a pathway there. Just use that somehow. Lead into a Smash movie.
I think you're probably right with not having that many movies because there's so many Mario characters.
Yeah.
You have Waluigi, Luigi, Wario.
Not like leading up to Avengers, we got fucking 100 different Marvel characters movies leading into that, right? We only had the 4 or 5, so just kind of copy that model and then lead into a Smash movie. Be fucking huge.
Donkey Kong has a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. But if we're gonna do a Smash movie, the only movie that we really need is a Fire Emblem movie, because that's all Smash is Fire Emblem characters.
Good lord, yeah. Imagine kids lining up to go see the Fire Emblem movie. Like,
It's a bunch of 30-year-old adults watching that movie.
they even care? I don't even like.
There-
Can people even name one Fire Emblem character? Like, I can name two: the guy with the sword and the guy with the axe. You know?
One doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's just this is I don't know. All right, so Fire Emblem, don't do that. But yeah, maybe a Metroid movie. I don't know. I thought Nintendo was gonna team up with Illumination and then just do this whole thing. I don't understand the live action Zelda movie. I don't understand why that's a thing, why that's being made.
Doesn't need to be.
No, not at all. Like, you guys better have a really good idea for what that's supposed to be and look like and all that, because as of right now, it sounds stupid. But like, it has to have such a you know, a kid friendly vibe to like, it can't be Game of Thrones, you know. So it's like, I don't.
Yeah,
and like, has that ever? Can you think of one fantasy thing that's like kid friendly that works?
The Chronicles of Narnia.
That works.
Oof.
You see what I'm saying?
I like that movie.
Do you? You like the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not good.
No, it's not bad.
Sure, but it's like, do we want that for Zelda?
No, I don't want that for Zelda.
A not good, not bad movie for a live action Zelda.
It had James McAvoy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He had horse legs. I remember this.
Yeah, he was a satyr.
yeah. Is that what those are called? Okay.
Yeah. I think well, actually, I think they're goat feet.
Goat feet. Okay. Fuck freak.
Freak.
You know, Narnia is cool though. They're actually making a new one on Netflix. New live action.
Is it a show or a movie?
It's a movie. It's a movie. I think the girl that directed Barbie is supposed to be making it.
Greta Gerwig?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Off topic now. But whatever. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I wanted Illumination to handle the lead up into the Smash
We all
Bros.
want the Ghibli Zelda movie.
Oh, we're never getting that.
We're never gonna get that.
Nah, you're never getting that. That's not a thing. That's not gonna happen.
It's not in the cards.
Yeah. That is how it should be though. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. There's the movie. And what do you think the sequel is gonna be about? They tease Yoshi at the end, right? So.
Well, yeah. Obviously, Mario's gonna have to be pulled into a different universe, right? Like.
Yeah, I don't know. You could do like a whole Yoshi's Island thing, right?
Yeah, maybe they'll bring in Yoshi's Island. I think if they're gonna keep the same kind of vibe, maybe the Kongs need help, and it's like King K. Rool's the villain.
That'd be cool.
King K. Rool comes and invades, the Kong's world or whatever, and then they get Mario's help. Like they're the ones that go and ask for Mario's help this time, instead of Mario going to him. Something like that.
I could see it. I'd fuck with that.
Yeah.
All right then. So Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door got a release date, May 23rd, coming out about 2 months. Here we are, Daniel.
Very excited. I'm definitely gonna buy it, and I still probably won't play it for a long time because I still own Prime Remastered. I still own Super Mario RPG. I own them.
I haven't gotten Mario RPG yet either. I still have that one sitting on my backlog.
Yep, they're right behind me.
Yeah, I'm stoked for this too. I mean, the way people talk about this game is supposed to be one of the better, an all-timer Mario type game. So I'm down. I've never actually played it through a Paper Mario game. So
yeah, me neither.
Yeah, this would be my.
That's kind of also why I want to play RPG, because like that was kind of the
beforehand,
the progenitor to the Paper Mario series.
Yeah, and then Luigi's Mansion 2 remastered coming out in June.
I kind of want to get that. Like, I love 3. I've never played 1 or 2, so I would like to get that. I'm surprised that they're still not doing 1. Like, is 1?
Can you play 1 on like online? What did 1 originally launch on? GameCube.
It was a GameCube launch.
Okay. Game. So yeah, they probably didn't yet.
Not yet.
Interesting.
Like, I wonder why not remastering 1 and 2.
Yeah, that'd be better
together.
Put it in a pack.
It's like 2 was a 3DS game, so it makes less sense that they would do 2 first.
I could see why they would want to get 2 off of 3DS though, like quickly.
Yeah, but they're not getting a lot of things off of 3DS.
Yeah.
So why like Luigi's Mansion 2? That's a weird one.
Yeah, I don't know. Because the third one sold so fucking well. They're like,
That's
shit.
true. It did sell
Let's get
super
this
well.
shit Prince money. Let's get this
It's
out of
like
here.
15 million copies for
Yeah,
that
nuts.
game. It's a
Nuts.
great game, but that is more than so many games.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'd probably play through the third one. I'd own that, and I've never actually played it, so yeah. I'd
You
probably
don't
do that
only really
first.
need to play. If you know the basic premise, you're fine.
Yeah. Good point. All right. Yeah. So, Thousand Year Door. Very much looking forward to that. Same week as Hellblade 2. Be a good week.
No.
Be a good week, man.
Why?
Well, Hellblade 2 is like a weekend game, so
You beat it in an hour.
Yeah.
AAA games.
AAA
Should
games.
be-
That's how long they take.
Yeah, about an hour.
About an hour. Tell that to Final Fantasy.
You can't even do anything in an hour.
You can barely walk within an hour.
That's how I feel in Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
I get distracted.
Tell that to
everywhere.
Japanese RPGs, man, because they don't understand the concept of time. They're just like, no, this is your life.
Every player has infinite time, so they can do all of our stuff.
This is your life now. You live here.
Crazy.
All right, moving on then. In other Nintendo news, Lego is teasing something Mario Kart related for 2025. No word yet if it's something to do with a new game or just some sort of Mario Kart Lego set or something. Nonetheless, they are teasing over on Twitter. Got little images.
I saw that.
I don't know what they're doing.
Cool. Yeah, it'd be cool if they did like a. I guess they're not going to do it with Take-Two because how they did 2K Drive, the Lego Racer. Was that last year that came out?
I think that was last year. Yeah.
It'd be cool if they did like some sort of random kind of Mario Kart racing game that isn't like Mario Kart.
That'd be fucking cool. I didn't really think of that. It's a
Yeah.
Lego Mario Kart game.
Yeah.
You crash into each other, they blow up into the little pieces.
Oh, dude, that'd be so cool. When you throw shells, like you see little bits coming off of people.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be so cool.
I think it's probably just a toy. If I'm being
right.
like a set, some sort of Lego set. But what it could indicate is that there is a new Mario Kart game coming out next year. Get that synergy, Daniel. Release the game, release the Lego set. And they all come together and they all sell and make millions. Synergy.
I like when you lean into the mic.
You like that? Like a little ASMR for you?
Exactly.
Synergy.
I hope so. Yeah, I mean that's all leading to like what we think is the next Switch console, right? So yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
have a Mario Kart to launch, have maybe a Mario game as well. Kind of go big in that launch year, like they did with the Switch. Kind of keep that momentum, right?
Hell yeah.
Who knows what's up with Metroid Prime 4? But we'll see.
According to Grub, we should be getting news on it in May. So
is that like the?
I think they're teed up now with the console. Getting delayed to first quarter of next year. I think they're teed up now to release Metroid Prime 4 in this fall.
That's their big game this year.
Yeah, have that be the swan song for the Switch. There you go. I mean, probably, actually, definitely have a new version ready to go for Switch 2 or whatever we're gonna end up calling it as well. Bada bing, bada boom, making money.
Money. That's what Nintendo's about. That money.
That's all they need. Bunch of money. Make a Metroid universe thing in the theme park. That'd be fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like what do they call it? Disney World, like the future world or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they call it.
Yeah. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I can't name it.
Isn't it in Epcot, right?
No, I think it's in Magic Kingdom.
Oh, it's in Magic Kingdom?
Yeah. Future something. I don't know. Whatever. Do it like that.
I want to do a light gun shooter with Samus. Come on.
Ooh, that'd be
writes
fun.
itself.
That'd be fun.
It
that
writes
definitely
itself.
writes itself. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right on that one.
Chasing Ridley.
Ooh. And that'll do it for the fun world of Nintendo. Moving on then. Insider Gaming got some details on the next Ghost Recon game, said to be going back to a first-person perspective. The game is poised to be a squad-based military tactical shooter that takes a lot of inspiration from the Modern Warfare series. Danielle, a lot of words there. Military tactical shooter, squad-based. Throwing out a lot of terms here.
Yeah, it sounds like a mix between like I was getting like Rainbow Six Siege vibes mixed with like the old Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare games. Remember those ones?
No. Advanced
or
Warfare, they called one that.
Warfighter.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay, there you go.
Warfighter. Yeah, yeah,
I never played those either. I don't think I've
yeah.
ever played one of these Ghost Recon games, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Then the other one was what, Future Soldier?
I think I touched the
And that
beta
one
to
was
Wildlands or whatever the fuck.
yeah, that one was a little different because that one was like
It's like
open
a
area.
open. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't even remember what you were really doing.
the old ones were not that open.
Hmm.
A little more linear and stuff like that. But yeah, I like Ghost Recon as a series. It's kind of like in flux because like Wildlands was pretty popular, but then Breakpoint was not. So it seems like they've been riding on Rainbow Six for a long time, and like I'd rather be playing a Rainbow Six game
Give me
personally.
Vegas 3.
Where's Vegas 3?
That's
I've been
all we
saying it for
want.
so
All
long.
the kids want Vegas 3. That's all we want, god damn it.
I mean, what they're gonna do is a Siege 2. I think that would just probably be the smartest move at this point. We've already got Vegas. That was in the 360. They've moved on.
Yeah.
Sad. It breaks my heart, but they've moved on.
I wonder if they're very hesitant to do a Siege 2 because of the popularity of Siege. It seems like Siege goes in and out of like being really popular and then not so much, but it just seems to always somewhat come back.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen much recently of Siege because it's like Valorant kind of took over for like Counter-Strike and the character shooter type thing. I mean, I don't think they've even released a Siege character in a while. So yeah,
really, okay.
They probably would just introduce a lot of new characters with Siege 2.
Yeah, maybe it is
refresh
time to start gearing up for Siege 2 though.
Yeah, but Ghost Recon, I like the series, so I would play a good Ghost Recon game.
I would too. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say on it. Not really some news that really excites me all that much. Just show me something cool, and then maybe I'll get into it. I really don't have that much of an attachment to the franchise.
Yeah, Ubisoft makes good shooters.
Yeah, they put their mind to it.
Yeah, when they like actually put their money and commit to a good shooters, like they make good shooters.
I wonder how that X Defiant's going to do for them when they actually properly launch it.
Yeah, when people played that beta, they said it really played very much like Call of Duty, and people were pretty happy with how it played. So I did not check it out.
Yeah, me neither.
I know that name is stupid, and they should rename it.
I think it's supposed to come back in like May, so we will see.
I still want to check out the finals. I know that's not Ubisoft.
Yeah, I did too. That game actually looked pretty fun to me.
Yeah, all the destruction and stuff. That game looks really cool.
Yeah, they got a grappling hook, so I'm like, ooh.
Oh, baby.
I'll take that. Rebirth got a grappling hook.
No way.
Yeah.
Who has the grappling hook? Is it Barrett?
Well, it starts off with Yuffie, and then she gives it the Cloud. So it's like you always have it. After
Why does Yuffie have a? Is it because she's a ninja?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess that makes
sense.
I was thinking like Barrett would put an attachment to his arm and like shoot a grappling hook.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, moving on then. Deviation Games is officially shutting down. Late last year. I think it was late last year. Was it late last year when they laid off half their staff, Daniel?
Sometime last year.
Sometime last year, not the year before. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
We will start over then. Deviation Games is officially shutting down. Late last year, PlayStation backed out of their deal to create a first-person shooter, some sort of live service first-person shooter, after which the studio had to lay off over half its staff, and now it seems that they couldn't survive moving forward. So the studio is officially closed down. Daniel, Deviation. I believe it was some type of Call of Duty devs. I can't remember which ones they've made
I think
before.
They might have been ex-Treyarch devs or something like that. They were either Treyarch or Sledgehammer.
One of the two.
Maybe they were Sledgehammer. But yeah, this is interesting. Like I wonder, I know that they're not going to do it. I'd like to know what they were working on. Like at least some footage or something. Like I'm just curious. Just my curious mind of like the industry. I would love to know what PlayStation didn't see and what they had, because they were working on it for years. Like they have to have something.
I remember they like brought him out on a stage of some sort. Remember that a Keeley thing? Yeah, was it? Yeah. Okay, so when was that? That must have been 2020, 2021?
2021 sounds about right, yeah.
Okay.
Because it was very quickly.
They did that way back then.
They did that, and then PlayStation was like, yeah, we're working with them.
Yeah.
And then there was like a year where they were just making the game. So they had a few years of development. Like they have to have something to show for it.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get footage at some point. Someone will upload it somewhere or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like some footage. But yeah, it sucks. maybe these people will find a job at all these other studios, but it's just I don't know how that's possible right now. There are too many people looking for jobs in the industry, after all these layoffs.
Yeah, good point.
Like, I just don't know how much are people creating new jobs.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah,
some of
no,
them go and build smaller indie studios.
Yeah. Not only that, I mean, I don't know where these guys are located, but gonna have to get up, move their
True.
whole lives around to wherever they want to go work after that, if they can even get a job there. So
Or get lucky with a remote job.
yeah, I mean, with how many layoffs, you're totally right. How many layoffs are going on? There's gonna be people that aren't gonna be able to find a new job in the games industry, right?
Not right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder like how many can find remote jobs, which is like probably the best case scenario for a lot of these people. So they're not uprooting and moving away. 'Cause I don't know where Deviation even is located.
Yeah, I can't remember. Where's Treyarch? It's probably around there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just another closure. Yeah, I mean PlayStation definitely saw something that they did not like. So their solution was to
You got to think with the names that were making it, right? People behind Call of Duty, that PlayStation just jumped on that opportunity where they were just like,
we need shooters.
Yeah, we need shooters. We're getting into the live service thing here. Let's lock these guys down. And then yeah, whatever they saw just wasn't working out in the end.
And I guess that lack of money that they were supposed to be getting, probably was kind of the nail in the coffin for that studio.
It reminds me a little bit of the Embracer situation. I know that's a much bigger scale because that's an entire publisher, but with the Saudi Arabia money not coming through for them, they ended up having to close down a lot of
move
things,
stuff,
right?
move money around. Yeah. It sounds like that PlayStation deal was probably too much. They needed a big publisher, and they probably weren't going to get another one quickly, and they'd have to shut down.
Also, just another canceled live service game, not a PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
Or one that was supposed to be a big live service game for them. So, I mean, how many have been canceled now? Like 6 that we know of. It's kind of crazy.
It's been a lot, and they announced a lot though. They kept adding to it.
Well, what's funny is they didn't even announce a lot of them officially. It's like
they announced the numbers, I guess.
Yeah, they announced the number of the live service game, but the only one that was ever officially announced was the Last of Us one, right?
At the time, yeah.
Well, now it's just like Last of Us one's gone, Twisted Metal gone, the Spider-Man one gone, this one gone. Crazy.
We have what, 2 more that we know about?
We got Concord and Fair Games, I guess. Those are the survivors. All right, yeah. Deviation, we hardly knew you. Rest in peace. Next up, Multiverses is officially returning on May 28th. After being in beta for some time, the game has seen improvements and will now be free to play. Daniel, have you ever heard of this Multiverses game?
No, what is it?
No, it's a brand new Smash.
Give me a premise.
So you're Arya Stark and you're fighting.
No, it's a All Stars Brawl like.
All Star, yeah. They just copied Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl.
Yeah.
So you're Arya Stark and you're fighting LeBron James, and that's the premise.
Wow.
Yeah. That's it. Those are the only 2 characters right now.
That's crazy. Why would LeBron fight a little girl?
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that.
No?
He really didn't like the ending of Game of Thrones.
He hated Game of Thrones so bad.
Hated it. They fucked up. He hated that they let Arya kill the Night King. And he was like, fuck that.
Spoilers.
That's not how this should go. I'm killing this little girl, and we're going to go back and let Jon Snow do it.
Yeah, he's like grabbing her, like, try that knife trick on me.
Yeah, I know your tricks. He drops it, he catches it in the air and stabs her.
Stabs her with it.
I saw the fucking show.
I wonder what they're doing with all the microtransactions and battle passes that people bought previously, and skins that people bought previously.
They just threw all that money in a pool and they're just swimming in it now. That's what they're doing. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like I wonder, like, they obviously they're not gonna get rid of people's stuff, so like I wonder if they're gonna like add anything to what people have already bought because they haven't been able to play for like a year.
Yeah,
you know,
you like this game quite a bit, right?
I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I think it has its issues. I don't like that it's free to play and it's they're still keeping that. It makes sense for the industry we're in right now. We know the WB really wants to keep doubling down on the live service stuff, and could be a very successful one for them. To be honest, like I know that we kind of were talking about their failures in the live service stuff, and their success in AAA, but I don't know. Multiverses could succeed for them. They have a wide breadth of characters, and if they continue to add, and they need to be ready to make that content and make it quickly, But I think it's a fun game,
Yeah,
Bad name.
that's a really good
It's a
point.
bad
This one was pretty successful. I just completely blocked this one out of my mind when we were even talking about it last week. I didn't even remember this was a WB thing. So yeah, this is one of the live services games that they have seen success on, right?
Mhm.
Like it
Yeah,
was
I just
pretty
think there were a lot
popular
of
when it was
problems.
originally out and in beta.
It was that first month, and then it really slowed.
Yeah.
And I think they just had a lot of problems with the game. They needed to keep fixing, and then they kind of wanted to take it down, take it out of beta, which is very odd. You don't see a game get taken down like that, and then a year later come back, and it's like, hey, we're still here.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
Yeah, the live service model seems to work really well in fighting games as well. So I think that's something
adding
they
new
could definitely
characters is
establish
easy.
on. Yeah, and they do have a great
Skins.
catalog of characters they can pull from, right? LeBron James, I mean, what's better than that?
Who my favorite Warner brother? LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Add his son Bronny.
So yeah, all right. Are you gonna be checking it out again when it comes out or re-releases?
Honestly,
or whatever?
probably. I'd like to see maybe if they've done some changes and stuff. Yeah,
they've apparently done a lot of improvements on.
Good. I'd be curious.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what they were, but there's some stuff in that trailer.
Yeah, it's not a perfect Smash like, like All Stars Brawl is still the best game of all time. So there's a high bar there.
An unachievable bar, if we're being honest, right? Like you can't
for sure.
You're not gonna beat that.
Does your game have Aang fighting SpongeBob? It doesn't. So it can't. It can't be.
You guys can't legally do that. So
you cannot.
Sorry,
you get LeBron James.
You lose, yeah. Until they fucking add the live action Aang in as a skin, and then it's over.
No, was that WB?
No, that was okay. I'm just saying for the Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl.
Okay.
They'll add that in as a skin, and then the game will just go downhill from there.
Connor, I think his name was Ong.
Kill me. Just fucking kill me.
I need to watch that movie so bad. I will say I watched episode 2 of the show, and I thought episode 2 was better than episode 1.
Okay.
Not that it was not that it was great, but I did like episode 2 better.
I dropped out midway of episode 3, so let me know if you finish it.
I don't know if we're going to continue the show, but I thought Suki was pretty good. I like the actress that played Suki a lot.
Yeah, she was good.
And then I like her and Sokka's relationship. I kind of like, even though I'm still not fully bought in on Sokka. I thought that she was good enough to kind of carry both of them, and he was still okay, But yeah, I thought that episode 2 was better than the first one.
Okay, let me know. Moving on then, another new AAA studio was formed called Empty Vessel. This studio has veterans from Naughty Dog, id, and Activision, and they have a specialty in immersive sci-fi shooters, so they claim. Daniel, another day, another AAA studio popping up. More layoffs somewhere.
Oh no!
This is just the world we live in.
Yeah, it is.
So here we are. Again, another new studio. I mean, we're gonna be. I should have read the Stig one first because that was my whole plan here. That's why I said another. So whatever. We're switching the order. Fine. Doesn't matter. Empty Vessel though, Daniel. New AAA studio, immersive sci-fi shooters. How you feeling?
It sounds great. My question is we've seen a lot of big heads of studios leave and go and make their own thing. How many of those games have come out yet? I'd be curious.
They had a really good conversation about this on Kind of Funny Games Daily the other day. Of just okay, there's a lot of these happening all over the world, and none of them have been successful. They couldn't come up with one that has been successful as of yet.
Or even just one that's released. Well, name one that's released.
Callisto Protocol, right? From
Callisto. Is that the only one?
That they could have thought of, yeah. I mean, you could think of more, but yeah, that they thought of Callisto Protocol. You can go way back to Respawn, right? Which is a decade ago now.
No, I wouldn't count Respawn.
Sure, no, you don't want to count that one. Yeah, that's probably more than a decade ago now. So, Yeah, if you're not counting them, I mean, it's tough. I mean, Ken Levine, sort of, but Judas hasn't come out yet,
But
so we
he's
don't
still
even
under
know.
Take Two. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, and his is almost just like a renaming,
Yeah,
like,
it still looks
so
AAA.
so
I don't know.
yeah, that didn't even really amount to anything. So yeah, there's not a ton out there that have been, it's like, man, like how many over the course of this show we've talked about just so many, and it's like we haven't
Yeah,
even like I can't even think of one where we've seen a
from
trailer.
Dan Hauser to like Stig, right?
Yeah,
That we're gonna
the
talk
the
about.
Witcher
It's
3
like,
director, remember that one being
yeah, well, there's
big?
like a
Yeah,
bunch of Witcher people
yeah,
left and created their own studio.
yeah. So it's like all those. It's just there's just so many out there now where it's just
Bunch of Blizzard people.
hmm
There's the one that's that Stormgate game. That's
yeah.
like the next big one. It seems like that
Uh,
one seems promising though.
what's his name? Bruce Straley from Naughty Dog, the co-writer
Yeah,
in Last of Us. This is out there. So yeah, there's a bunch of these popping around. Greg Miller had an interesting idea where he said they should really look more into developing an indie game, at least to start off with, and then
yeah.
continue from there. Get some money going
Find a
within the
voice.
company. Yeah, create a small project, get something out quickly, get money turning within the studio, within the company, and all of that, and then go off and make a big AAA game if that's what you really want to do.
Yeah, or if their AAA games could cost less and they could put them out quicker,
Yeah.
then maybe just do that. Have a good scoped AAA game.
It's interesting too, because all these theoretically you're gonna need to go out and find a publisher then, at least at some point, right?
Yeah.
Which is definitely gonna be difficult. Only so many publishers that to go around, right?
Hmm.
Especially
And
right
and
now.
right now, money is tight.
Yeah,
They're not throwing money around.
yeah.
Like they're firing a lot of
Well,
their
especially the
people.
big
So
guys, right? Like I don't see PlayStation or Xbox really looking at a ton of second party options and being like, oh yeah, let's get you guys, right? Let's publish your game, make it
yeah,
exclusive or
at
whatever,
least the
and then
smaller
do
ones.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you look at like big third party publishers, like EA doesn't really traditionally do that unless it's under that EA what do they call it? Indie EA
Originals.
original banner. Yeah, unless they do it under something like that. And then I don't know, like do you guys really want to put faith in like Embracer Group or something like that to publish your game? Probably
Not right
not.
now.
Not right now. So yeah, it's tough out there, and I don't know. Who knows? Because a lot of these projects won't be ready for another 2 to 3 years to even start talking about publishing. So maybe the industry looks a little bit different around then. But we'll have to wait and see.
I mean, I hope the industry looks different.
Yeah.
Please.
So yeah, I wouldn't really know what to expect from these guys. They said immersive sci-fi shooter, some sort. So we will see.
Yeah. I cross my fingers for all these people.
Yeah. Good luck. I mean, it's certainly a way to make money, right? If you guys are successful, make a great game, get it published. I mean, it's got to be a lot of fucking money if it is successful. So we will see. Let's talk about the other new studio then. Stig Asmussen. This is what we're going with, I believe. Me and
I
Brady were
said
trying to
ask.
Asmussen. Nah, I can't be that.
Okay.
We're gonna go with Asmussen. Stig Asmussen, the director of both the Star Wars Jedi games and God of War 3, has created a new studio called Giant Skull and is working on a triple A single player action adventure game of some kind. Daniel, I mean you have had our eye on Stig for since he left Respawn, right? Been wondering what he's gonna go and do. Making his own new studio.
Yeah, it's not what I thought he was going to do, but it seems like everyone's doing that, so I guess it makes sense. I thought somebody would scoop him up, get him to direct a new game, but yeah, good for him. I hope it works out for him.
Yeah,
You
me
know,
too. He's certainly at the point where he could. He is big enough to do that. There's not a lot of names out there that have directed 3 highly successful AAA games like that, right? There's only a small handful, really, if you think about it. So he's one of the few, and he could go out and make his own new studio and make his own new game and whatever he wants to do through that. But yeah, it's just going to be all about money, who's publishing at the end of the day, does the project come together, etc. So good luck to him.
yeah, yeah. It's just it's a big thing to ask, for money right now. Like, who is he gonna get funding from? And like, who is he getting funding from if he is?
I don't know.
Like, I'm just curious about all these people.
Yeah.
Like, It's a big ask
I wonder how
right now.
sour the relationship is with EA now. You know,
If it is or
if
isn't,
at
I
all,
mean,
right? Yeah.
yeah, it's been around for a while. Maybe it's not. Maybe he left on good terms. Who knows? Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe EA could do something with him with like originals, something like that.
Something like
Because like
that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
Immortals of Avium is like an original, right? But that's like a bigger
Good
budget
point.
than some of the indies that they were doing. So maybe they could expand the originals to be like, oh, that's our double A or not double A, um, a second party stuff is just original. So go work with some of those other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder how willing EA would even be to do that now with Immortals of Avium not really being successful, you know?
It's true. Maybe they're gonna
I wonder
wind
if they're
back.
more so thinking on the EA original side, hey, let's stick to the smaller indie type games, you know, with what they did with what's dude's name? Joseph Fares. What's his company?
Oh, Hazelight. Yeah.
Hazelight, yeah.
Where is Hazelight?
Yeah, where are they,
Been a
man?
while. It's been
Come
a
on
while.
out. Come on out, Hazelight. So yeah, I wonder if they're thinking they want to stick more with smaller type things for EA originals now moving forward. But I don't know. You know, I wonder if Stig still has a relationship with PlayStation at all.
Hmm. He probably could. He probably has friends there, but
Yeah. I
like
don't
an
know if
active
PlayStation's
relationship
really looking for another AAA third person action adventure game, you know?
depends on where they're leaning. If they're leaning a lot into live service,
Yeah.
which doesn't seem like they're leaning fully, if they are, then they need more those cinematic dad simulators.
Yeah.
Like, is Stig making a dad sim? I mean, I hope
It's
so.
what the third Jedi game was lined up to be, so.
It was gonna. You're so true. It's so true. They were doing that.
They were. They
Why'd you
did.
not stay, Stig? You could have done
You
it.
could have made a dad simulator stick. What's going on? They probably still will if I imagine.
It's still gonna be a dad
I
sim.
still think it will.
Cool.
So yeah, I don't know. What if he wants to stay in the Star Wars realm? Could like Lucasfilm end up publishing it somehow, some way?
Hmm.
Disney,
Disney.
yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. So does Disney publish their stuff? They don't publish their things right now. Like, did
No,
they publish?
but there is the
Um.
Lucasfilm logo that pops up from time. Lucas
Yeah.
Arts, excuse me. I think that's what it is now. You know, that published thing from time to time, or at least that logo pops out. I mean, they
Did
got
they
that fucking
publish?
money, so they could.
What about Steamlight or Dreamlight Valley? Did they publish that?
That's a good question. I do not
Because
know.
I don't even know who else would have published that game.
Yeah, we could
You
look it
know,
up.
like because at some point did have a publishing arm, like back in the day, like in the original Xbox kind of era
Oh yeah.
into the 360. Like they had a publishing arm, so they kind of got rid of it. Maybe maybe they go and start publishing more stuff themselves, but I don't know if they're into that.
Yeah. Dreamlight Valley is published by Game Loft. Don't know what that
Game
is.
Aloft.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When do they publish?
I feel like I've seen that name before.
Mm,
They're like a
Game
mobile
Loft is a
publisher.
French video game publisher based in Paris, founded in December 1999 by Ubisoft co-founders. Okay.
Oof.
Oof.
It's the
They got a
French.
fuck ton of games to publish, so I don't know. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on there.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so we'll see what Stig ends up doing here. Great director, so I don't know. Has the expertise clearly in third-person action adventure
Cinematic.
game,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so very good at that. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm surprised another studio didn't try to end up picking him up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
or one of those big
Yeah.
dogs didn't end up trying that. You know, I guess he went the route of making his own studio. Probably leads to more money at the end of the day, like I was just talking about the other news story. But that's only if you're successful, right?
Yeah. More stress though, right?
Definitely.
Especially in the era that we're in. Like, there's no way that Stig is like not seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
Right. Like he's not oblivious to the industry. He's a veteran of it. Like he knows that it's hard to get funding to. I mean, obviously, I guess there's a breadth of people that could be looking for a job, which is a good thing. But you got to get funding for your game. You got to get publishing for your game. It takes time, you know. So he knows. He knows that. So
At least now, hopefully, his game won't be fucking rushed.
boom, yeah.
Fucking EA, man. Jeez, just give both the Jedi games another 6 months. They're 10 out of 10, you know. But no, we can't do that, you know.
Yeah, now there are sixes.
All right. This news story just popped up earlier today. the sale of Saber Interactive from Embracer Games or Embracer Group. What are they called? Yeah, Group. Embracer Group. The sale of Saber Interactive is official now. So I think we touched on this a little bit last week. But yeah, Embracer ceases all operations in Russia. Let's see, what else does it say here? The buyer is granted to acquire 4A and Zen Studios for a fixed price with a certain time period. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so it seems like they're kind of like taking them with them when they leave.
So Saber could take 4A with them. That's interesting.
Yeah.
4A, the maker of the Metroid series. Metro.
Is that that's them? I thought it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Do you know who Zen is?
I don't personally.
You don't know who Zen is?
Okay. I could try to see in here.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to sneak out some stuff with like when they leave Embracer. So.
Okay, good for them.
Yeah, I like that idea at least.
Let's see. Yeah, it seems like they could take a bunch of things with them. The next Metroid game, Killing Floor 3, Teardown, could all end up going with Saber Interactive. So that's interesting.
Yeah, go for it, Saber.
Yeah, might as well.
Take as much as you can.
Yeah, take everything with you, please.
Because it's gonna get shut down if you don't.
Yeah, it's just this whole cycle of Embracer now selling off things is just absolutely insane. When they were just acquiring things like 6 months ago, left and right.
Yeah, like the past 3 years of that. It's crazy. I'm wondering if that's still. I don't want to bring it up because I don't want to hurt this game, but is the Knights of the Old Republic? I'm wondering if that's still in development.
Ooh,
with Saber, because they're supposed to be the one. They're supposed to be the one that took over.
It's just so.
It's heartbreaking. I shouldn't have said it.
This should be such an easy thing, you know. There's got to be good AAA studios out there that would kill to make Knights of the Old Republic a remake of that. You know, that's just money. You know, it's just the whole Knights of the Old Republic is the biggest fumble by anyone. EA had it. Mm-hmm. They had a deal with Disney for 10 years and they owned BioWare, and we still didn't do it. We didn't do it. It was a 10-year deal, Daniel. We didn't do Knights of the Republic. How was that not the first thing? How was that not the first thing done? Though. It's just fucking nuts, dude. It's crazy. You guys literally have a Mass Effect Star Wars, and you're just sitting on it. We're just not doing anything with it. It's fucking insane.
Yeah. Wild.
Just someone, please, for the love of God, rip off the Final Fantasy VII Remake combat, put it in Knights of the Old Republic, make a remake. That's it. That's money.
Way.
That's money. That's it.
No way. I would lose my mind.
That combat would fit so well in Knights of the Old Republic. That's almost what, if you go back and play Knights of the Old Republic, that's almost what they were going for. It has very unique combat, sort of, and it is just kind of like that kind of half step between turn-based and action, you know, and that is what Knights of the Old Republic was. And so now Square Enix has made the perfect combat for that. And you could just rip that off. Someone out there, anyone out there. It's not like
do it.
Just do it. Someone do it, please, for the love of God. Or at the very least, can I get Aspyr to just make a sort of like the Tomb Raider remasters that just recently came out and just put out a slightly better looking version of Knights of the Republic on that? That's just in the vein of that, you know, just a remaster of that sort, you know?
That's all. I think all you really need, to be honest, because people don't want that story being rewritten or anything.
No, I mean, I would like to see them try to write that into Disney canon of Star Wars in some way, shape, or form.
That's delicate. You know, that's a delicate thing to do.
Yeah, I know people get pissed. It's like Knights of the Republic is one of my favorite games, so if anyone should be getting pissed off, it's me. But I wouldn't mind seeing them rewrite some story aspects to make it fit into the canon. See how that could work out.
Yeah.
I'm never against people actually rewriting things and reworking things and seeing what works and
as long as we still have the old thing.
Yeah, right? We always will still have the old thing. That will always be able to be played on backwards compatible on Xbox, or you can download it on Steam, or I think it's on Switch now too. So you can always go get it somehow there. Yeah, the old thing will always exist. I'm always fine if you guys want to rewrite things and try to make different things work and see what works and what doesn't, as long as it's still in the vein of what the original Knights of the Old Republic was. I don't really mind that.
That's fair, yeah.
But Disney needs to do something with Knights of the Old Republic, god damn it.
What about a TV show?
I'd watch it. I'd watch the shit out of that.
They're doing a lot of TV shows.
They sure are, Daniel. They do a lot. So yeah, I would take that. I would take that in a heartbeat. But at the very least, I would say yeah, do a little remaster. Just do that. And find a new studio.
Touch up some stuff.
Can we give it to Square? Can we just give it to Square? How about Square?
Yeah, what team is the remake team? What are they doing after the third game?
Yeah.
What's Nomura doing? Can we get Nomura to be working on?
Well, he's got Kingdom Hearts games to make, sir. So he's a little busy.
Yeah, but guess what? Guess what's going to be in Kingdom Hearts 4?
What's that?
Star Wars. So Nomura's got to work on Star Wars first, so he knows what's up. So you get him to do the Knights of the Old Republic remake before Kingdom Hearts 4.
I like this.
And he can Nomurify Knights of the Old Republic.
Hell yeah.
You know, no bodies and me bodies and P bodies, X's and Z's.
Z's, a lot of Z. You want Raven Miss with an X somewhere in there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you'd rearrange those letters to make a nobody, but
what would Vader's Kingdom Hearts name be?
Oh God, X. I don't fucking know. It'd be ridiculous. So yeah, I don't know, man. All right, let's get out of the horrible world of Embrace Group because I hate them.
I mean, Saber did. Good luck to them.
Good luck to them. They got out alive. Gearbox is next. We have no more news stories, but we could still talk about the Spider-Man trailer leaks. Over the last week, I will make up a news story. Over the last week, some more stuff has been data mined out of the Insomniac leaks, and they ended up finding 2 trailers for the canceled Spider-Man: The Great Web, which was a live service Spider-Man game in development over at Insomniac. And it is canceled now, but there are 2 trailers out in the wild somewhere that you can go find on the internet if you are so interested. Daniel, I know you said you didn't watch the trailers, but
no, I do. I would like to watch them.
Yeah, there's 2. It's you could tell they're like not done because they use like comic looking still images for parts of the trailer, you know. So it's like okay. Yeah, clearly the trailers are not done yet. But Yuri, what's his name? Yuri Lowenthal?
Lowenthal?
Yeah. He did a voiceover on both the trailers. So, I mean, they were clearly prepping for it. I think the theory going around is that these trailers were used to pitch Disney on the game. Maybe something like that. That's kind of what they more seem like. But they actually show a lot of, there's like different spider people run around, you could like clearly tell this is supposed to be a multiplayer fade, and then a lot more of the different dimensions and stuff. It was supposed to be Spider-Man hopping in and out of different universes and fighting bad guys. I don't know what exactly he would have ended up doing, but there was like the noir world was in one of the images. Cool. Spider-Gwen's there, so yeah, they would have done a bunch of different things. And then at the end of both the trailers, it shows them all like hopping into the different dimension things. It looks like Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart when you go into the different worlds or whatever it was. And I mean, they even used part of it in Spider-Man 2 spoilers when you go into like that Arctic area and stuff when you're chasing who the fuck were you chasing? Black Cat, right?
Black Cat.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much what the trailers ended up showing.
Do they hint at how many like players like
I think it was supposed to be 5.
Interesting number.
Yeah.
5.
5 little spider people running around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see a bunch of people disappointed on the internet, and it's just like, we have no idea what this would have ended up looking like,
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to be too disappointed.
I mean, a lot of the times, like, this isn't always the case, but a lot of times there's a reason why something got canceled.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be the best reason, but, like, maybe it just wasn't there. They weren't finding a gameplay loop that clicks, They having a hard time with the multiplayer because that's a big world. Maybe they were just having a hard time getting it working with that many people. I don't know.
I would go back to what Naughty Dog said, and them for their reason canceling the Last of Us games, saying that it would have changed our entire studio. We would have then had to become a live service multiplayer studio, which we are not built for, and we probably don't want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go and you work at Insomniac, you get hired by Insomniac, you're probably expecting to make AAA single player games. At that point, that's probably why you applied there. You want to do that because why
Yeah.
else would you go and work at Insomniac then?
Yeah,
So
I mean, you're
now
right.
you're being told, hey, we're making a live service game. Probably a lot of people there that don't agree with that.
Yeah,
And we've
don't
heard
want
a
to.
bunch of discourse around PlayStation going around that a lot of the developers did not agree with the live service turn, at least at their respective studios, right? So you got to imagine the same is probably true for Insomniac. I know they have made multiplayer games in the past, but a lot of those haven't worked out super well. Your fuses, there's an online mode in Sunset
Mag.
Overdrive. They didn't make Mag.
Who made Mag?
I don't know. It was an Insomniac. Did they make Meg? Who made Meg? Meg.
Maybe I am just confusing Haze. Yeah, maybe it's Haze I'm thinking of, but I thought it was like some weird studio that made Mag.
I mean, there was an online mode in Zipper Interactive made Meg.
Oh, that was Zipper, which is that's the that's SOCOM, right? Is that Zipper?
What, what? Yep, SOCOM.
Yeah, that's the SOCOM people. Okay, that makes way more sense about Mag.
Yeah.
I guess I was confusing Mag in Haze. I just thought that was also Insomniac. Okay,
But
I
yeah,
guess that makes sense.
probably tons of different reasons why this game ended up getting canceled. I know it'd be cool. A lot of people are disappointed that they're just like, oh, I just want to run around, be Spider-Man with my friends. Yeah. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you? Or would you all
Yeah.
bounce off after a week when there's no more content and then complain about that and the studio goes under, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But nonetheless, they would have needed to make like a whole roadmap. It would have changed the whole dynamic of the studio, you know? And it's just can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Do you want Spider-Man 3 and endless Marvel single player games from Insomniac, or do you want one online game?
I only want online games.
Okay.
I give up single player. It's dead. Single player is dead. No one wants that.
Oh no, it's that. No one wants that at
No.
all, clearly. With all the great live service games that come out and are extremely successful nowadays, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at you, Suicide Squad. All right, that's going to do it for the news of the week. We now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel, what have you been playing?
I have been playing Like a Dragon. It's
Like
really
a Dargan.
I think that's the only game I've been playing this week. Um, I am on chapter. Oh no, I have one other game I've been playing actually. I think I'm on chapter 10 now. Um, and yeah, so I played as Kiryu for a bit. Spoiler, and then I
You play as
played.
Kiryu?
Yeah,
What
crazy,
the
right?
fuck?
Played as Kiryu for a bit, and then I played as Kasuga. I think that's chapter 9, and then chapter 10, I'm back as Kiryu. So, I finally continued it. I think I'm 50 hours in now.
Hell yeah.
50 hours in, chapter 10. Not sure quite how long I have left. Like, I'm gonna have to probably do some grinding. Like, I was gonna ask you or Sloan this. Like, what level do you recommend? I think you two were talking about this previously. Like, what level do you recommend for me to be at? So I'm not like dying at a bunch towards the end.
I got the trophy for 50 at like literally in the last boss fight. I think I beat the last boss and the trophy pot for me to hit 50. So I would say around there. I had a tough time with the final boss and I was that high, so I'd probably recommend high 40s, yeah.
At least, okay.
Yeah.
I
I mean, you
do I
get
still have plenty of
so
time?
many. I think I leveled up like 2 or 3 times just in the last area, like in the very last chapter. You know, it's
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
not to spoil anything. You fight a lot at the end, so you know,
Yeah,
as you'd expect in a Yakuza
yeah.
game. So I think I leveled up a shit ton just right at the end, right there. So yeah, I would at least be like 45 going into the
Minimum?
final
Okay.
chapters. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the mid 30s already at chapter 10.
Okay.
I don't know if that's at pace where I should be or
I can't remember where
my
I was at
below
exactly.
pace. Yeah.
Yeah.
I completed the Sujimon quest finally. I was able to go back. Like when I went because I played as Kiryu, then I went back to Kasuga. During that going back to Kasuga, I'm like, I'm already in the 30s. I think I needed to be 30 to finish that fight at the end of the Sujimon thing. So I did that, got the achievement for that. I am a Sujimon master now. Of course.
We all are. Hell yeah.
We all are. Yeah. Beat King. And then, yeah. I think I've done maybe a few of the more like sub stories. I've been doing some of the Kiryu sub story stuff, which is like the memoirs and all that.
Yeah. How do you liking those?
Oh, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
There's I think too many from what I'm seeing.
There are a lot. They're all over the place.
Yeah. I think there might be a little too many. Like it seems like they're trying to give homage to a lot of like stuff that's been in the other, 7 games.
Yeah.
So, I guess that makes sense, but I guess
as someone that's like played through all of them though, that's got to be really cool.
Yeah, it is very cool. Actually, I wanted to say something because I saw it yesterday when I was playing. So when you go back to Kiryu in 10, and you're going and you're seeing Zhao and Juji, or Jugi, when you're seeing them at Survive, and they talk about the 2 detectives. Do you know who those characters were?
The 2 detectives? Was one of them the Dante guy?
No, not Dante.
Not Dante. Okay.
It's when they're in Survive. All you do is maybe there's more later, but in that same scene, you just kind of see him wave. It's just 2 guys sitting on the.
Oh, yeah, I don't even remember that part. So
okay,
yeah, I must.
Do you know what part when you first seeing Zhao and Jugi?
Yeah, sort of.
At Survive,
yeah.
It's in that scene.
He seemed to have like some sort of connection with the bartender there. I don't know what that was about. They actually didn't elaborate on that. What is that about?
It's because you didn't play. Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
It was basically one of the captains of his like Tojo thing. That,
the bartender
has saved Kiryu multiple times, but I think
really?
he kind of like died in like 2 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I forget which one it was. I think it was 2. He kind of like dies.
Way back in 2. Wow.
Yeah, I thought that this was the guy when I saw him in 7.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, he's got the same scar, but they never talked about it in 7.
Oh, that's cool.
This was the first instance. Yeah, this is the first instance is when Kiryu sees him because he knows Kiryu. He doesn't know these other people.
Right.
He's hiding. He's basically like, he's not a part of any of this anymore.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's basically doing what Kiryu is supposed to be doing, right? Like he's dead. Yeah, he has a different name probably. Yeah, he's a bartender. It's just that Kiryu sees him and he had a connection with Kiryu.
Yeah.
But yeah, those 2 detectives they're not the main characters, but they are main characters in Judgment.
Oh, that's cool.
So the 2 main, there's like, I guess 3 main people or so. There's Yagami, which is the main guy, and I forget his partner's name. I can't remember his partner's name now, but those 2 are like the main, and there's like a girl. These 2 are like helping Yagami do stuff.
I'm surprised they didn't bring in the main guy from Judgment as a cameo real quick.
He's in Yokohama in Lost Judgment.
Gotcha.
Because he is also in the first one he's in Kamurocho, and then in 2 he's in Yokohama.
That'll be 9. Bring that guy in.
Maybe, maybe bring him in. Yeah, like he's a cool character. He's like a private detective. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. If that kind of tells you, I would like to start doing some story, but I think I need to kind of level up too. So I'm like, is there like a dungeon I could do for Kiryu?
Yeah, there's a dungeon. Maybe you have to continue a little bit in the main story before they introduce it. But
does it get introduced like how this other one did?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I haven't gotten it yet.
Okay, yeah. So there's 2 dungeons because there's one in Hawaii, one in the back in Japan.
In Yokohama.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have not. I've not seen it then. If it's main story stuff, but I've been like, I keep getting characters, and I'm like, all right, I got to do all of your like pink icon things now.
Yeah.
For your bingo card. So it's like, all right, well, I just got Zhao. I gotta go run around and get Zhao's stuff.
Yeah.
It's like I haven't even gotten all of Sion He's because her stuff is in like the hard area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not running in there. There's pink people everywhere.
I know. It was like before I beat it, I was like, I got to do all the survive thing, the conversations at the bar.
Yeah,
right? With that. So I was like, oh, okay, let me run around and go get these. And I spent like hours just at the survive bar and going through all their conversations and doing all those because there's like those are long conversations too. Those are like at least 10-minute each conversations. So it's like, you're adding
You
up
get
to like
5 each
you're adding
or
up to like
6,
50
right?
minutes
Yeah.
ish,
Yeah.
of around, so about an hour for
Yeah.
everyone to do all the survive conversations. And I didn't do any until like the end. I did like a couple of the survive conversations, but I just kind of like forgot about it until the end, and then I was like, oh, okay, let's do all
I got to
these real
do
quick.
that.
Yeah.
I always try to do that cuz it'll be an indication, "Oh, Nando wants to talk to you.
Those are
Go
really
to
fun
survive."
too. They remind me of almost like loyalty missions in Mass Effect, with
Yeah, I mean that's basically what it is. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think it actually ties into very much. It just like they help you do better in battle a little bit with
Yeah,
them.
you always get like a special move out of it too. Like
Mhm.
they have a cool combat move after each of those, so they're definitely worth doing.
Is there an achievement for like getting everyone to
Yeah, I think
max?
everyone has a trophy for that.
Okay. I think the only one I've done is Tomizawa,
Okay.
which you can do pretty easily because you get him immediately and you get all his stuff. I got
Yeah.
his bingo card immediately. And all you gotta do is get him to 50 at that point.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a couple. I mean, you
and
don't get some of the party members till the very end, So
yeah.
yeah, it's you got to do them all like right in chapter. Is there 14 chapters? So 13.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of grinding for bonds.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the last game I played, I only did one mission because I didn't have time for anything else. Yeah, I did one mission, or the tutorial and one mission for Helldivers 2.
Oh hell yeah.
So I didn't get to play enough to like have that much thoughts on it, but played it 3 people. There was me, Sloan, and a coworker of his, and yeah, it was very fun. For the little bit I played, definitely very deadly, and especially your teammates. Like they will kill you. You can shoot and kill each other so quickly. You can blow each other up and stuff
I
very
love
quickly. Yeah,
that.
it's so cool.
It's nothing like in Halo back in the day, just killing your friend for no fucking
Frag,
reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
just or they walk in front of your sniper rifle.
Dude, why'd you fucking kill me?
And then you
It's
teabag
just
them.
funny. Yeah. You throw one of those brute grenades at them, the spike
Oh,
ones.
the
Yeah.
spike ones.
Throw it right on their head.
So we fought aliens. We did one mission, fought some aliens. Yeah, the intro cutscene's really funny. I like the vibe of this. It's a very fascistic vibe. It's very, very great.
I really like the meta thing they got going on now on Twitter.
You saw the one I posted
Yeah, the
yesterday?
one you posted. Like, we have no idea what you're talking about. There's no flying bugs.
There are no flying bugs.
That doesn't exist.
What do you mean? I'm seeing them.
There's just tons of videos of flying bugs.
Yeah, it's so funny. They need to definitely stick with that. It's like,
Yeah,
no, that's not
it's
how
a
that
funny
works.
thing for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't really have like a lot of like stuff, but I did have access to the mech. So, people had to like defend that planet and
Yeah.
they unlock the mechs for everyone. It did just unlock mechs for everyone. So me that had just started the game, like the first mission I did, I was able to use that stratagem, the mech. It just
Oh,
I was able
that's
I
cool.
had it equipped. So I was able to, I used the mech. I think you only get like I think Sloan was telling me you get one of those. It's like a very high level stratagem. So you get like one for every mission you do. So if you destroy it or something, like you can't use it again. But yeah, the game's interesting to like revive someone if they're fully dead. You have to like a stratagem will pop up that you have to like do the little like combo. So if you do you know how the stratagems work? Or
Not
should I
really.
explain that? So that's how you like use your orbital strikes, or you can call it like a big weapon, or your mech, or there's probably a bunch of other crazy ones. So you pull up a menu with your LB button, and then like it's kind of like a fighting game combo. So like say it's like up up down down left right, and that's all you do, and then that will unlock a stratagem. So say it's down down up up left right, and that's how you get the orbital strike, and then you can throw it.
Oh, okay.
So you have to do like little like combos, but you have to hold the button and then do little like combos with your D-pad. So if somebody dies, you have to do that too, and then you could pull out the thing, and then you could like throw something they can launch back down.
That's
So
cool.
it's like it could be chaos to try to bring people back. So
Yeah.
like Sloan's coworker was like doing I think he had a rocket launcher or something and blew both of them up. And this is like my first game, and I'm like, how do I bring you back? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like running around. we're at a nest with a bunch of these aliens, and we're trying to like kill their eggs, and I'm like running around, like, all right, how do I do this? And I'm like trying to summon the thing so I could throw their thing down and bring them back. I'm like, you're relying on the noob here. What do you want from me? Don't die. Stop killing each other.
I like how this game has I don't know if you saw that the whole Starship Troopers has been rented like more 100 times more in the last like month than it ever has or whatever.
Movie.
Yeah, a hilarious movie. It's very funny. It had that effect on that movie.
Yeah, that's so good because it definitely has that vibe, that fascistic, very like for.
What's funny too is Sony owns that movie. It's like you guys should have just called this Starship Troopers.
Yeah. I just don't know if that would have succeeded.
Yeah, maybe not, but I mean, I don't think they expected this to succeed as much as it is, right?
That's true.
Yeah, it's just a very funny thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't fought like the robot people yet. I know that that's like a different area or something, and I would like to play more. I think me and Sloan are gonna try to play some more. But like, I'm trying to beat Like a Dragon. Got to beat Like a Dragon. There's other games I got to be playing here. I got Final Fantasy, Penny's Big Breakaway.
I gotta get back.
I want to play Balatro more. Geometry Survivor. I'd like to play a little bit more of those two games.
Each Dragon Dogma previews coming out. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's game of the year." I'm like, "Dude, fuck me. I can't.
I don't know if
I can't.
It seems cool, but
I don't want to.
I don't want to. Then don't play it.
I don't know. I mean, it looks fun enough. It's just like, I don't know. If that game comes out and it's like 10 out of 10's game of the year type of thing, you know, it is like up my alley of something I'd be interested in. So
all the trailers for it looks cool. It looks like it's up my alley. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's one of those where it's just like, especially after Rebirth, I don't know if that's 2 giant JRPGs in a row. I don't know if I want to add a third one onto that, you know. But I still really want to play Persona 3 Reload too, so.
That's true. I do too.
Oh, man. I think after Rebirth, I'm just gonna
find some indie games.
Yeah. Maybe that Princess Peach.
Did you beat Penny's?
No, yeah, I didn't beat that either. It's just like, you know, Rebirth has taken over my life, so it's just
Peach. Yes.
Yeah, Peach. I'm just thinking maybe I'll just do Peach, Penny's Big Breakaway. I know Open Roads comes out on the 28th, so
oh yeah, I keep reading about that game exists.
That's on Game Pass, thankfully. So
is it?
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, don't gotta buy that one at least. So that'd be nice. But yeah, I might just do that after I beat.
I definitely understand the not wanting to play another big open world game.
Yeah, it's tough.
There's just a lot right now. Yeah, we're gonna have 4 of them this year already.
I've been in Japan all year, you know.
I've been stuck in Japan
all year. That's all I've done, you know. It's like we're in, what is it, March 15th or whatever, and I've only beaten 1 game, you know. So it's just like, fuck, you gotta get going here. But yeah, so I've been playing. Well, obviously, I've been playing more Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Yeah, I don't know what else I want to really say about it. I mean, this game's fantastic.
Have you been to the
having such good fun? I have, yeah. I've flown past that. I am 50 hours into this game, Daniel.
Oh Lord.
I'm 50 hours in. I'm on chapter 9 now.
Okay.
So getting up there. Having a great time. I mean, I'm one of those guys that do everything, right? So it's like, you know, you give me some stuff to do, I'm gonna go do it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Having a great time thus far. Got the golden saucer. Man, they went all out on that thing.
Yeah.
They went all out, bro. It is so fucking cool. It is so cool, man. It's better than I even expected it to be, you know? I knew they had to go all out in that area because it's such a cool area in the original. And yeah, they do not disappoint in that. It really does just feel like a theme park where you can go and just do so many different things. There's so many mini games in this game, and I was wondering how they were gonna handle that after playing the original, because that's like that's all the side content felt like in the original was mini games. I know I missed out on some like actual side quests because I was just kind of speeding through it, but it's just a lot of mini games in that, and they all come back and more, more.
Oh
There's
yeah,
tons of mini games. And like a lot of, don't get me wrong, there's some of them that aren't as great as others, right? There's one that was like a shooting thing at like an amusement park type of thing, and that was pretty bad. The shooting just felt kind of bad. But some of them are so fun, man. There was a Rocket League thing where you play as Red, and it was just like, it was just straight up Rocket League where you like play against other wild animals. and it was just
That's
so fun.
awesome.
I sat there for like 2 hours, bro. I'm like, let's go. This is
That's
great, dude. I
awesome.
got to the chocobo racing. Oh my god, it's so like well thought out, and like actually feels like a racing game way more than
Cool.
you'd actually think, and like that was so fun. Obviously, Queen's Blood is a
I was
big
gonna
thing.
say, do you play Queen's Blood in
Yeah,
Golden
there's a
Saucer?
whole section of Queen's Blood at the Golden Saucer now, which is
Cool.
obviously a new thing they had to add because Queen's Blood's new. And yeah, there's a whole thing there. So I'm like going through and challenging everyone at the Golden Saucers, the Queen's Blood, and went on a date with Tifa. Had a great time. Had a
Of
great time.
course.
Had a great time. I
Do you
don't
have any
know.
tips so that I make sure I get
Yeah, I was
the
about to
Tifa?
say that. I don't know. I don't know how I ended
Okay.
up with Tifa. She's the one I wanted to end up with. Let me
I
tell you
mean,
that.
come on now.
Come on now, get out of here.
Come on.
So yeah, I did end up with Tifa. It's I don't know if it was the actual date scene. I don't know if that's still to come because there's a big moment in the original Final Fantasy VII where there's a big date scene, and I don't know if it was that. I feel like that was later in the game than where I'm at right now. So I think there might
Maybe it
be
is a little
another one
later.
coming up. Yeah, I don't know.
So maybe you're just on the track for Tifa right now.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what it's trying to hint at for me, at least a little bit. Man, the big moments though, they really go all out for it. Like, there's my favorite part in the original FF7 was the Barrett backstory stuff that they get into, and man, that stuff hit really hard in Rebirth. It was really well
Cool.
done. I was really happy with how they did that. A little worried how they were gonna handle all that stuff because just so different now, but they really go all out with it with his backstory and stuff like that. And that's kind of what the main story is right now. It's just a lot of character moments and a lot of backstory with these different characters and stuff like that. And they're just kind of hinting and teasing still with different stuff. And I suppose they're in a rock and a hard it's stuck in between a rock and a hard place there because they kind of have to still follow the original FF7 story, and that's kind of what the middle of that game it is just a lot of delving into backstory of characters and stuff like that. And because like I want to see more stuff with Sephiroth and the Whispers and all that, and you've seen Zack in the trailers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong, I'm getting sprinkles of that throughout the main game, but right now it is just a lot of like, it doesn't feel like the main story has progressed as far as where I'm at right now. Yeah, it is just a lot of big character moments.
Bonding.
Yeah, bonding and stuff like that. It is just a lot of big character moments. And I'm doing it to myself, don't get me wrong, because I am going around
Doing
and doing
everything?
everything, right? So I think the pacing could be different
For
depending on
me.
how you handle that. Yeah, if you're going to go from main story to main story thing,
I'm gonna play Queen's Blood, but I don't know about everything else.
yeah, I would do the side quests, man. The side quests are fantastic. Not all of them, of course, but like there's some side quests that are great. Like when they said they were inspired by Witcher 3 for the side quests, I understand that. I understand that wholeheartedly. Like where they wanted
high
deep,
praise.
they wanted deep, meaningful side quests, and they totally achieved that. I think it's not FF16. Don't worry about them. Skip past all of them. It's like
Okay.
I wish I like could tell you which ones to do in particular.
Yeah.
But like thus far, man, they are all great. I just love this game. I love the way it's being handled. The open world just has an addictive aspect to me. I was talking about it last week, but like it's just the way they lay things out just feels very smartly handled on the placement of different things and where they are, where side quests are, where the towers are and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, I mean not everything's great in the open world, but I think majority of it has a really good Final Fantasy feel to it and a good creative aspect to it, except the towers. The towers are awful. And there's still some things wrong with the game that I wish they didn't have. Like the whole like climbing is still very slow on different stuff. Like you still got to go up to the arrow.
Ladders and stuff.
Yeah, like shit like that, And there are like cliffs that you climb on sometimes. They're very rare, but like that feels very slow and clunky. Even the grappling hook, which I told you about earlier, is like it's not like a physics-based grappling hook where you can actually swing and do that. You just kind of click L2, he swings forward, and you can swing back, and then you jump off and shit. And it's like stuff like that they definitely need to work on, especially for the third game and stuff. I wish it was like more physics-based and stuff like that is way more fun. But overall, I feel like I'm nitpicking with that type of stuff, but it is problems for sure.
Yeah, I'm very excited to play. It's gonna be a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I was hoping to be able to beat like a dragon at this point. but I will get to this game.
Yeah, you get there when you get there. Not a
Yeah.
big deal. And then I played a little bit of Battlefront, the collection, last night. It just came
Oh,
out. Yeah, I played like 3
okay.
matches. I know online, Twitter seems to be having a fit with this game right now because apparently the multiplayer is
Really?
not working.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently the multiplayer is not working. So that's what I've seen thus far. And I don't know. I just did
Like server issues?
yeah, I guess so. I guess like only 100 and something people were able to get into a multiplayer match when there was like thousands
What?
trying, something like that. I have no idea. Like 3 servers are on right now apparently. Like, 64 times 3, whatever that is, that's how many people were able to get into multiplayer matches.
What?
Yeah, so apparently
That's
part of it's
wild.
very broken right now. But I don't know. I just hopped in. I did like a couple of the Galactic War things on Battlefront 2, and then I did one thing on like Battlefront 1 just to check it out. I only played for like a half hour, so I don't have too much to say on it. I had fun though. I forgot how addictive that game could be. It's just like, oh, this is actually really fun. Just really fun. Like turn your brain off, go around,
Yeah.
shoot robots, make Star Wars noises. It's a good time.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
All time great Battlefront 2.
So I'm sure I'll talk about that a little bit more next week. I'll see how much
How's
I
it
want to get in
looking?
there. I mean, it looks how you remember it looking. I don't know if there are any visual upgrades, but I'm sure there's a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, but it looks like how I remember it looking. So that's good, I guess. But
I remember looking fantastic back in the day. I was a dumb kid.
Oh yeah, dude. Back in the day, I mean, Battlefront 2 at the time had like really good graphics. So
yeah, I was a dumb kid. I thought that game was the best game of all time.
It was a really good game, man.
Yeah,
it still is, honestly. All right, so that's gonna do it for the Nerdcast Podcast, episode 214. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdgods. You know, find us available on all audio platforms. Danny, anything else you want to say?
I am the Sujimon master, and I will be the champion. You have to get through me now to beat Like a Dragon.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to all those people.
Yeah. Good luck.
Good
luck beating my Sujimon.
Wow. Did you get the night one? That's like Iron Man.
No.
Yeah, I think you fought him. I think I
did
the
fight
last
him,
guy had him on his team. Yeah.
Yeah, I think King had him.
Yeah, I really like that guy.
Yeah,
cool design. Give me a whole Sujimon game.
Please.
Please.
We're gonna get Queen's Blood. You're gonna tell me we're gonna get Queen's Blood and we're not gonna get a Sujimon game? Come on.
Good point. That's a good point. All right, everybody. See you later.
Bye, everybody.